As stated in my Partners Constructive, we will be discussing the areas of teacher training/certification, tenure, as well as evaluation, not merit pay. The affirmative believes that the current system teachers go through all the way from being certified to being evaluated is inadequate, and a chief reason for the failing education system. If we're going to fix the education problem, we must first begin with teachers. Currently, the U.S. education system is in shambles. Students are increasingly learning less about basic concepts such as American history. According to a study, Still at Risk, What Students Don't Know Even Now, a survey of American students managed to answer only 67% of basic history questions, such as when did Columbus set sail for America. Even more shocking, a 2010 ACT testing showed only 25% of high school graduates have what it takes to graduate college. We're not saying teachers are the only problem. However, they hold the most influence and interact closest with students. As studies such as the one above demonstrate, the increasing lack of teaching that is happening in our classroom as a result of teachers. According to a published report titled Tough Choice, Tough Times, teachers nowadays are recruited from the bottom third of college-bound students. This allowance of mediocrity cannot continue. The affirmative proposes to implement a mandatory 3.0 GPA for all college-bound students hoping to become teachers. This will ensure all teachers are at least B level. It would be hard imagining teachers who scrape through high school with a C or a D educating students. And it would also raise the bar for the students, giving them teachers who will challenge them and hopefully help them learn. In regards to evaluation, and with it tenure, reform will be broad. In addition to the changes I will talk about in a minute, teachers will no longer be told the specific day they will be evaluated. Rather, they'll be notified of the week it will occur, and after that, the evaluation could happen any day that week. This way, the teacher will not be completely surprised by an evaluation, but will not have time to fully get ready for it. Our plan for tenure and evaluation reform has 4 main points. First, teachers will only be eligible for tenure after 5 years of teaching rather than 3. According to the National Commission for Teaching, almost 1/3 of all teachers drop out after 3 years and almost half leave by 5. By moving tenure back to 5 years, we ensure that teachers who would drop out after 3 years do not cling to their job solely for the purpose of enhanced protection from tenure. For our second step, the current system of 2 evaluations per year with only 1 for tenured teachers will be dropped. Instead, all teachers will be subjected to 4 evaluations per year, once per quarter. Students receiving a grade every quarter, and it would be beneficial for the teachers judging them to be graded as well. Teachers are human too, and change as the year progresses. By evaluating them every quarter, we ensure teachers are always up to standard. Third, the evaluation will be changed from a simple satisfactory or not satisfactory to a scale from 1 to 10 for multiple categories, including, but not limited to, knowledge of material, design of lesson plans, ability to deliver the information to students effectively, and understanding of state and school academic standards. All these categories are currently on the Pennsylvania State Evaluation Form and cover the areas teaching needs to be checked for. They will be averaged together for one final grade. It is important we create a nationwide form, as without it, U.S. schools will continue to be uneven, and resulting in slanted performance throughout the nation. In order to pass the evaluation, a teacher must score above a 6. Any lower will result in a non-pass. This idea, while appearing complicated, is far preferable to the current system of a simple satisfactory or not satisfactory, without any middle ground at all, assuming that all teachers are either good or bad. Finally, a teacher who fails 3 evaluations in a 2-year period will be put on probation. In this scenario, failing another evaluation within 2 years of the 3rd fail will result in deselection. Now, as we've said before, we don't hate teachers and we don't want to see them fired. We want to see them get better at teaching, which is why we propose taking the $4.35 billion from Race to the Top and investing it in creating teacher training schools where teachers who have been deselected can become better at teaching. Race to the Top is a merit pay program whereby the government pays states to increase their education levels. In short, it is merit pay. It is giving teachers monetary rewards for better performance. Since many studies, such as a one in Vanderbilt University in the Nashville area, have shown that merit pay does not work, let's invest that money in helping teachers with actual potential by creating centers where they can get better. This will allow teachers to get better over time and avoid depleting the entire workforce of them. Tenure was founded with noble intentions, to protect teachers from unjust firings unrelated to their job performance. At its core, tenure is good. However, it has slowly become corrupted. It is now impossible to fire bad teachers. We want to make it so tenure does no longer protect poor performance. The affirmative plan will incorporate changes in evaluations I mentioned before. No longer will teachers be able to grasp their tenure as a means of avoiding dismissal. A final key addition to the evaluation system will be the inclusion of student evaluations. Students will rank their teacher from 1 to 10 in the same way a regular evaluation would happen. However, a key point is that while all teachers will be able to see the evaluations, they won't count unless one of two conditions are met. The teacher failed that quarter's evaluation, or the average rating for the teacher in the class was 5 or under. In that case, special attention will be given to the scores and be included on the evaluation at the end of the year. The reason student evaluations are important is because they see their teacher every day and can get an unrivaled feel for how they teach. Additionally, in order to avoid grades influencing students, all evaluations will occur before report cards are given. The affirmative would like to express that we know student evaluations are not always reliable. However, under the conditions we've stated, student evaluations can provide an important piece of information about teachers that can help them improve. Because we don't want to just randomly fire teachers. All of our reforms are designed to help them get better.